James Harden opted out yesterday. He, from what I understand, is willing to partner with the Cavs to figure out a way how to improve the roster. Jaylen Brown is out there. Can the Cavs make a move for Jaylen Brown, then come to LeBron and say, how do you feel about us now? That's the type of move that you're going to do to get LeBron James' attention.
LeBron is about to completely break the NBA offseason, which by itself has been an absolute chaos. And now Kawhi is going back to Toronto, Giannis got a sniper, and the Lakers are getting their big man. But we gotta start with this latest LeBron news.
Who's the best fit for LeBron James out there? For me, personally, I think it's the Cleveland Cavaliers. I just think when you look at their roster, the roster is complete.
Both Bobby Marks and Brian Windhorst, people with legit info on this situation, agree that Cleveland is the legitimate favorite to get LeBron. And that is especially the case now that we found out that James Harden is willing to take a pay cut in order to bring a championship-level players to this team. And boy, that Cleveland team with LeBron and Jaylen Brown is instantly going to become an Eastern Conference Finals contender. Thing is, Windy is hedging his bets here, and he talked about the possibility of James joining Giannis in Miami and forming freaking Thanos of a lineup.
We should point out the Team USA connections to the Miami Heat. And Eric Spoelstra and LeBron James really bonded during that summer. And Eric Spoelstra was LeBron's personal workout guy during that 6 weeks over the summer in 2024. When as soon as the court opened before the game, the first two people on the court were Eric Spoelstra and LeBron James. They worked together there. I think that they could rekindle their chemistry if needed based on that. And him and Bam Adebayo have reps together. So I think I should just point that out.
Speaking of the Heat, that roster desperately needed a shooter, and they got it with the addition of Tim Hardaway Jr. At that price of only $6.5 million for this season, this is a great signing. Hardaway shot 40.7% on 7 attempts last season, and check this out for a mind-blowing stat. He is quietly 19th all-time in three-pointers made. 19th! Would any of you put him on your list of your top 20 3-point shooters ever? Let me know in the comments. I know his pops is definitely happy. OG has been saying for a while that he's trying to convince Junior to go to the place where he has his jersey hanging in the rafters.
In overtime, the Knicks by 2. Miami gets it in. Here's Hardaway looking for the shot. Childs does not want to foul. Hardaway fires and hits! Hardaway has won it with a three-point fling. Miami stunning the New York Knicks 95-94.
But now we gotta talk about the place that will hang Kawhi's jersey in the rafters. And the most interesting info about this move came from Shams. Take a look.
I'm told Kawhi Leonard wants to retire. He wants to finish his career in Toronto. He wants his legacy to be as a Raptor, a Spur, and a Clipper.
This is the last stop in Kawhi's career. Man, we're getting old. But speaking of age, check out young Scotty Barnes in 2019 when asked about who is the one NBA player he'd want to be his teammate.
I'll say it'll be Kawhi Leonard because of the defensive presence that he can bring. I feel like and I like to play defense, so it'll just carry over.
Scotty got his wish fulfilled. That is so fun to see. Now, okay, tell me if I'm tripping here, but is this roster really changing the balance of power in the East? The ESPN analysts went crazy about this, but I know I'm not worried at all as a Knicks fan. Quickly at the point, Barrett at the 3, and Pirtle as the center. Nah, I'm good. What it does do, however, is make the Eastern Conference extremely interesting. You got New York defending the title, Miami with Giannis, Toronto with Kawhi and Scotty Barnes, Boston and Cleveland, which we still don't know if they get even better, and Hallie's coming back in Indiana. And of course, Detroit, the #1 team in the East last season. They just added John Collins as a lob threat to their team, so I'm definitely looking forward to the Cunningham-Collins connections that are gonna be happening this season. And let me also add the Chicago Bulls to the mix as a team that's going to get interesting, running and gunning with the newest signing of Norman Powell. This lineup is of course not winning the championship, but once again adds to the level of quality for the mid-tier group in the East, so I'll have even more fun teams to switch to on League Pass every night. The East is gonna be so fun to watch after being pretty boring with just like 2 or 3 teams these past few years. Out west, however, the Lakers are disassembling their roster. After LeBron announced that he's leaving, they have now lost Luke Kennard to the Phoenix Suns and Marcus Smart to the Rockets. Info that just came in as I'm making this video. However, Pelinka is working on getting players.
Right now, as we speak, Lakers president Rob Pelinka has been in the midst of multiple meetings with free agents. That includes restricted free agents like Walker Kessler and Jalen Duren. That includes other unrestricted free agents as well. They're going to prioritize some size, shooting, backcourt help, I think all of it. And they're going to have $50 million in cap space. They're going to be aggressive to try to fill this roster out with multiple different types of players.
Also, it seems like Mamu Kelashvili and Quentin Grimes are coming to LA as well. And while they may not be flashy signings, I like both players and I think that they're going to fit well in this team. But the center position needs to be filled with a quality big man. Jalen Duren is only 22 years old and last season he was virtually a 20-10 guy for Detroit. The latest from The Athletic is that he was told by the Lakers in the meeting that they view him as a maximum salary level player, so Duren could be coming to LA very soon to play with Luka and Austin Reeves. By the way, in all of these Lakers rumors and information that keeps popping up, I died laughing at Kendrick Perkins feeling left out without an inside story and getting frustrated about it.
Rich Paul, little turtle head, snotty nose ass, called me all throughout the season. Every time I'm on TV, I get a text message from him. I've been calling him for 2 days now, and he's been ignoring me. We got a problem.
I mentioned Houston, and I also like what they did, getting Smart from the Lakers but also signing Bogdan Bogdanovic. His time with the Clippers may have been a disappointment, but I believe that he can contribute in Houston and potentially have a good season for the Rockets. A bounce-back performance shooting-wise, and he could also be a veteran presence in the locker room as Bogey is going into his 10th season in the NBA. Man, time really does fly. By the way, I just saw this wildest LeBron scenario ever, and it's the best one of them all. Please take a listen.
But I have long believed that if there was an outlier team for LeBron, if he was willing to take some exception, was Denver.
Yeah.
Because if you notice during the year this year, he was overly effusive with Jokic.
Well, it'd be maybe the two most brilliant basketball minds in the league joining forces, and they're complementary. Where him and Luka was kind of a who's got the ball in his hands. Like Joker's all about having a guy, can run pick and roll either way, can cut off him.
And I'll just point out that he has a relationship with Josh Kroenke, the Kroenke family, the owners of the Nuggets. He, I believe, was a guest a couple of times on their yacht in the Mediterranean in the summer. If I were Denver, I would kick the tires.
Man, LeBron and Jokic? That's going to be a basketball masterclass every night. Please make it happen. Free agency and all the trades so far have been insane, but forgotten in all of this madness is a dark story from yesterday. We learned that Malik Beasley has been indicted for the gambling and fixing games. He's charged with that, and in a shocking turn of events, now Jimmy Butler could become one of the suspects in this investigation. To find out how in the world did this get to Jimmy, as well as the incredibly dark truth of gambling and sports betting, you gotta check out this video right here. This is exactly why I'll never promote these companies on my channel. Like this video and talk to you in the next one. Peace out.